I'm Sebastian, Movie Reviews and More, Worldwide TV Network, iTunes 247 out of Franklin, Tennessee, and iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, Comcast, Amazon Music, Apple. And so today is our very, very first show, doing it at the Mike House Studio. And we had our podcast radio show yesterday, so I was very honored, always blessed to see her. I love the stuff that she does. Obviously, I'm not talking about Terry. I'm talking about the one and only Nikki Leigh.
But I'm here too, Brian. He just likes to tease me. It's okay. I'm used to it.
I have to do that.
I know.
But I'm so happy of everything that we've been doing, and I'm really, really happy that Nikki took the time out of her busy schedule, because this woman is really, really busy. But thank you for being here, because I know you got other stuff to do. So we had a really, really fun time talking to you yesterday.
Yeah.
And I was talking earlier, because Terry's in the fitness role, obviously. We didn't get a chance to ask you about fitness. Let's talk about your fitness regimen, because that's important to you also.
Yeah. I mean, I try and work out every morning, because if I don't, I feel like things just tense up. Do you feel that way too?
I don't know. I'm different. I like to work out after my day's over, because
okay.
I get stressed out.
Okay, so, it's like a way to get it off. I'm a little ADD, so basically I like relieve my stress at the end of the day. Okay. But everybody's different on their cycles. But yeah, for me, it's just better in the evening. I totally get that. I feel like I want to try out more. I do notice that it's always nice to go for a sunset hike or something like that, but. Mostly I love to just keep my body guessing. I love to, sometimes I'll even call up my friend who's a personal trainer, and I'll just have him in the random afternoon just come over and, we'll just do a HIIT training or something. But a lot of making my body guess. I've never really stuck to one thing. I think actually right before COVID, I was going to, for a year, I was going to a class in the morning. And that became the most consistent of anything I've ever really done. But other than that...
That's not easy, is it?
No.
Consistent.
Oh, consistency is key to life. But yeah, it is definitely difficult. Yeah, but I mean, I love to do anything I have to get a good sweat in. So and I also have to get cardio in, because I feel like that's where most of the calorie burn really happens. And throwing in yoga has been a new COVID additive to my
stress.
To my regime.
Well, yoga helps stress though too. So
relief, stress relief.
Yes.
I like it. Doesn't help stress me out. Yeah. The relief. But I mean, I used to do yoga back in high school and right after that, and I don't know. I think I just got more into the working out, but picked yoga back up because it does. It definitely stress relief, and doing a lot of work on my back and my posture, and I feel that yoga really helps elongate the body and stretch it out. And I didn't realize I wasn't as flexible as I used to be.
Well, things change, and as you were saying, our bodies absolutely changed too, because of, as a martial art, I could never do a split, but I could get down as further as I could get down. But I'm still flexible at 60 still, so I'm happy about that at least, but things change.
The key is to keep pushing yourself though, and challenge yourself.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm into heavy weight training. So my thing is every time I go to the gym, I try to lift more weight and push myself to another level, which a lot of women out there are afraid to lift heavy weights, and you're not gonna gain. You're not gonna get. I mean, the thing about weight training is that muscle weighs more than fat. So you don't let the scale dictate your life.
Never listen to those numbers.
If you listen to the scale, you have to I measure myself, because if I get on the scale, I start freaking out, and I get in my head. I'm because it
measuring
just messes with my head. So.
Yeah, measuring is definitely where it's at. Because I mean, you are always looking at the shape of your body. So definitely measuring is going to be one of the things that either puts your mind at ease or allows you to have a goal in order to reach that mevriment or whatever. Yeah, but I have noticed that some of the times I've been in the leanest shape of my life, but the number on the scale looked frightening in comparison to what I've seen before, and I'm oh, okay. But it was before I was really knowledgeable about the fact that the scale is really not That's not your friend. It's not the guiding, the guiding light in fitness.
Outlier of things.
Well, a lot of people are skinny fat, which I call, because you're, you know what I mean? Because you're not toned, you're skinny, but that's when people overdo their cardio and they're not weight training, and HIIT routines are probably the best way to burn calories and build muscle.
I just learned about cardio burning muscle, and that's so stupid because I feel like I've been in the fitness world my whole life in a lot of different ways, and I just realized that I think I was doing too much cardio and burning my muscle. And that was a huge aha moment during COVID so far. By the way, I'm like, I'm running a lot, but I don't feel like I'm like, but I'm also, using bands, and I feel like I've been, tearing the buttocks or whatever. I'm like, I was going to say tearing that ass, but I feel like that was a really bad idea. But like tearing the muscles, because we're all trying to grow the booty, girls. So like that's what I was trying to do, but I was like, why isn't this working? Like, I know it hurts. Like, why isn't this working? But I think I was running it off too much. So,
well, that's my first competition I did in 2014, and I worked with Mr. California, who was my trainer. Ooh. Anyway, Mustafa, so he's watching. Hi, Mustafa. But anyway, he was like, you are not allowed to eat any cardio for 3 months. And I'm like, because I get skinny really quickly, but same thing. I was burning my ass off. I mean, literally was burning my ass off.
Yeah, I totally.
You are not allowed to do cardio. And
how would you get this tight and not do cardio?
Well, you're actually burning more calories with weight training, and it just everybody's body's different. So for me, like I have high metabolism, and I get skinny quickly, and I have to eat more protein. So, and there's not a one size fits all pattern to getting to your fitness goals. You kind of have to figure out, what your metabolism is like, and where you want to gain muscle. Because some people are blessed in the butt. I'm not one of them. I have to do squats and lunges and do less cardio. But that cardio thing was the biggest mind.
Me too. And I was like, what? I was so thrown. It really, I had a whole week of me calling my friend who's a trainer and be like, can you explain this to me one more time? Because I feel like I've been doing everything right my whole life, and I guess I'm not at all. I've been running, trying to burn it off. So I mean, I've had new sites to fitness. So it's
and speaking of the new sites, so she was burning her ass off as she was.
Her ass looks great. Her ass looks great though.
There you go. But
I worked out so hard for that. By the way,
well, it's amazing.
I'm not a guy that's into girly magazines or anything like this. It's more of there's inspirational stuff in here too.
Yeah.
She actually looks good in here, and then for my month, September. She doesn't smile, and I'm like, whoa, that's a cool photo.
Yeah, it's my birthday too, so.
Is it?
Yeah.
September 3rd?
13.
Okay, that was close.
Yeah, you were super close. You had the 3 in there.
But, talk about this, because this came out really quickly. I was surprised.
It did, yeah. Well, I mean, I've been doing a calendar for 6 years now. Yeah, I've had 6 calendars, and each time it's always a new experience, but I literally produce the whole thing. I have to get the hair, makeup. That's September. Whoever is watching right now is the first to see that, unless they've bought the calendar. So he's cheating. I mean, I have to produce the whole thing. Find a photographer, find an editor, find a designer, find location, find outfits, find hair, makeup, everything. So it's quite special for me. And and because I've been doing these positivity time lives on my Instagram, which is an hour long on the weekdays, each weekday, I decided I should put in some motivational quotes for each month. So that was actually really fun, because I feel like I really loaded up that week on motivation, reading all those quotes to decide which one is going to go into the calendar. But
that was good, because September was spread love everywhere.
That's good.
Let no one ever come to you without leaving happier. And I always say, leave them better than when you found them. Same thing. And it was Mother Teresa. Very good.
Mother Teresa, I know. I just read her book, Mother Teresa, the CEO. And so I was so inspired by Mother Teresa. So that was actually something that really resonated because it's our birthday month. So I feel like I really spiced up my month.
I'm getting closer to Nikki Leigh. But here's the other thing. So not only are you a host, you love fitness. We just talked about that. You've got a movie coming out. You are that influencer, that social media influencer, but really you are that sports fanatic. You really do love sports.
I love sports.
And so here's the other thing, and I'm so proud of her because again, there's very, very few people that we can watch because Terry and I and Victoria and Linda Steele, we do things a different way. We don't go by our website. We don't go by our I don't go by likes, I don't go by followers, I don't go by subscribers. I always go by views only because you can't unview a view. So, you for your 1.2 that you have on your Instagram, your 285 plus that you have on your Twitter, and your 4.5 that you have on your Facebook, those are amazing feats. What's really interesting now is that you have motivation, inspirational things that you do Monday through Friday now, don't you?
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Yeah, it really just started with kind of COVID, I guess. Once we started the quarantine, I had received a book that each page is like a paragraph, some small, some large. And it's just very inspirational, very positive, something that allows you to find more self-love and self-respect. And I had this book, and it's not something you read through in one day. It's what I felt it was a daily read because you read a page a day. So I was starting to do that, and I was like, wow, these are beautiful, and I want to share with the world. And I just kind of hopped on the phone and turned on the Instagram Live, and I was like, look guys, I don't know if this is gonna be anything, but I just want to read to you this because it inspired me. And I started to get really amazing response. And so some people on the live suggested that I do it again tomorrow, and I was like, that's interesting. Okay, sure. If it helps you, that's the whole point. So then I hopped on again, and lo and behold, now it's Monday through Friday, 1 hour a day on Instagram Live, where we start with gratitude and random acts of kindness that you have either participated in or that you have seen and witnessed. And then I go into reading a positive message, and then we discuss it after. And I've helped people. It's really amazing. I feel like not just me, but that we've really developed a community where the community helps each other. It's really profound, and something that has I've cried about it many times out of such joy and gratitude for people there's some people who've literally written me thank you notes of being I have been seeing a therapist for this many years, and they didn't really strike me as much as this time, and having the community and stuff. So it's honestly, there's been a real silver lining for me with this COVID and quarantine. So, I thank everyone who ever tunes in. It's really nice for everybody else.
We've got about a couple minutes left. Talk about your website, and also talk about the new movie that you have coming out.
Oh yeah. Okay. So, my website is always just other ways to find me and see what I'm up to. It's always connected through Instagram. I have a link tree that allows you, which is amazing, by the way. Having a link tree or having a one link that has all of your stuff is amazing.
I was telling you about that.
Smart.
I told you about that.
Yeah, so smart, which you guys would definitely benefit from.
I'm definitely going to be putting my link tree up this weekend, because remember I told you that I saw people doing it on TikTok, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool because you put your website.
And there's other kinds. There's other kinds. It's not just Linktree. There's other kinds, but that's just, I feel like, the title that most people know, but you can definitely research on your own. But it's really amazing. So it's because you only get one link in Instagram, so the one link leads to
all your social media
stuff. So that's where you can definitely find it. That's where you can get the calendar, all sorts of these things. And then, I was so fortunate to do a movie during COVID, to shoot a movie. I got to go on location out of California, and which was nice because we all need a little change of view right now, And it was testing every day and very on top of it health-wise and respect with social distancing and things like that. But I was so grateful to have been able to film a holiday movie. So on Christmas, or for the month of December, I believe, it's called Bows of Holly. Bows will be spelled like Beaus. And it's going to be really awesome. It's a really sweet, fun. I've been getting such great feedback from the editors and stuff. And I believe it will be on the Ion Network or Ion channel. Not quite sure which one that is. But I mean, don't hold me to it. Definitely check out my my social for that. But I would bet my left arm, not my right arm, that that is on there.
This is a movie review, so I gotta find it.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
And you just got back from Colombia.
I did just get back from Colombia, which I've never been to South America before in my life, and it was wonderful. I went down there to go with a company called BioAccelerator that does stem cells. And it's revolutionary, you guys. I mean, from your ordinary person who's like a plumber that is always injuring themselves by bad posture, or someone who got in a car accident and has exhausted Western medicine, or any of these things. I mean, up to extreme athletes or extreme fighters or weightlifters, or just something that you put super stress on your body. I got to go down there with Chuck Liddell, and so I was with him. Yeah, he's awesome. I was with him and his wife, and this is the second time that he had gone back down to do this, because I mean, that man has put his body through so much. So even through that, I got to meet so many different people and athletes, and anyone from ordinary to super famous, and they're all going down to BioAccelerator, which is in Medellin, Colombia, and it's just, you instantly feel the difference. It's crazy. Like, over time, it gets better because, cells have to divide, and so 2 weeks, you'll see more improvement. 2 months, you'll see improvement. In 6 months, you'll see a vast improvement. And, but you really do feel something immediately. So that was what I was down there for. And it was wonderful. It was a health and wellness trip, as well as very educational, and I got to really learn a lot more about in the medical space, which was really
good for you.
Yeah,
which is really, really important. That's Terry's field too.
Yeah, yeah, it was really something else. It really touched me, and I got to meet so many people whose lives have changed because of it.
Well, it saves a lot of people from having to have major surgery too. A lot of times, especially with back. I have a friend that did stem cells for his back, for back injury instead of surgery. Because I mean, some of those surgeries are really risky. People don't realize how risky they are.
100%. And why would you want to put a rod in your body? Like, that's such a foreign object, and who knows what that means. And stem cells is just, I mean, they're the leading company in the stem cells. I mean, they go out and get like the top cells. They're called golden cells. And like the potency is, so the normal potency that you hear in the like States and stuff is like 3 times the potency. The one in Colombia, Medellin with BioAccelerator, is 15 times.
Wow.
It's like, that's why like all these people
go down there,
and it's such a clean facility. Everyone's super nice. They have people who speak English as well. I mean, you never miss a beat. Like, you don't even realize. And plus, you get to like be in a beautiful city that's literally buildings and trees. Like, the trees are competing with the buildings. It's it's that green, and it was just it was such a beautiful experience. Yeah.
I'm going to let you have the last word. What piece of advice would you give people in general that's uplifting? What would you say to them?
Oh my gosh. Something that I have been struggling with my whole life, I think, too, is just really trusting yourself. I think that that's something that we keep overlooking. I think we keep second guessing ourselves, and I'm doing this right now, I'm motivating myself because I need this too. I think it's really just like trusting your gut, trust yourself. Like, you have the answers all within you, and you don't realize it. And you always have those moments where you're like, damn it, I knew that. You know what I mean? Or just, you always have those moments where you just missed the answer because you second guessed yourself or something. So I would say, honestly, like, give yourself the benefit of the doubt and, you know, reward yourself for little feats. Like, if you get out of bed today, good for you. And you should definitely be proud of that, because especially with COVID right now, like, there are some people who are like, why should I even get out of bed? So, you know, you make your bed. That's, oh my gosh, that's another one. So just give yourself little victories and realize that you know, you're doing all right.
You know, really quickly, that's the one thing I always do, no matter what. If you make your bed, that means you're starting off the day right in my head. I truly believe that. And if you don't, you know what, that means you're just not going to be on it. So I always did that no matter what.
Yeah.
I still do it.
Yeah.
And it does help.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you know, you got to get up, you got to take a shower, you got to do all this stuff, or else you're just going to be thrown off. You're just going to feel lazy. If you start to get lazy, that's not good.
Yeah, you have to, that's the first way to just kind of like clean up your morning, right? It's just at least, you know, put the bed away.
These are the reasons I get up at 2 to 4 in the morning. So with that, Nikki, I got to thank you for this, because people don't have to come on Movie Reviews and More, but I always wish, I mean, we get everybody that we want, but still, it's hard because people don't realize you have a busy schedule. Everybody's busy, and then when you don't get back to people, please don't take it personally. We are very, very busy. We will get back to you. It's just a matter of, so I make that clear because I understand. A lot of people who may be following your fans, if you don't see them, they're putting, she didn't say hi to me. Don't worry. She's got thousands of people scrolling onto her. Because I watch. Sometimes I'm one of them. Sometimes I'll say hello and I just log off. I'm like, it's almost like the romper room. You know, hello, Mr. Jackson. Hello, Ms. Leigh. You know, your feed goes quickly and you read what you can, and that's impressive. It's not easy to do.
Yeah, it's a lot. I try and really give the respect to each person, but
so that's why I'm saying I'll be the bad person. So with that, I want to thank you for coming. This is Movie Reviews and More. So what she said today, if you see someone without a smile, please give them one of yours, because the world needs it. And for Cherry and myself, we will see you next week.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.